Does it matter which college you attend? The answer is yes and no. The number one reason it matters is because of what network you're going to get as a result of the school you go to. The number of opportunities that will come through your networks and the way this multiplies over the years as your classmates and friends take up leadership roles across world's biggest companies will dramatically impact how you succeed as well. So if you have an opportunity to attend a top college and if you can afford it, you should absolutely do it. The next question is, how does this impact actual hiring? There is an obvious correlation here back to your network because if you're referred into a position, that obviously has high value. Now let's talk about what happens when no network is involved and how it impacts hiring. In the very early part of your career, as in immediately after you graduate or for a couple of years after that, there is no easy way to measure your credibility except for which school you went to. So when recruiting managers and hiring managers are sitting down and reviewing resumes, it's very hard to tell which candidates we should consider seriously, and this is where the school kind of plays a role. In the real world, I can categorically tell you that the top performers are not always correlated to the top schools. Having worked at Qualcomm and Google, I have worked with so many people from the Ivy Leagues and Stanford MBAs and all of those, and I can tell you that they were not the top performers. And yet, the average person we would hire from a top school in the early part of their career is a statistically safer bet than the average person we might hire from a tier 2 or tier 3 school. As you gain more experience, you can argue that this effect kind of washes away, but I will say that people from top schools have a way of failing up because every time they jump roles, somebody is willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. Obviously, top schools are not the only answer. Not everybody can end up in a top school, but if you're not in a top school, it's even more important that you start building your experience even before you have your first internship or that first job, because the right experience catches the attention every time. And especially if you showed the right experience without having the advantage of the top school, we know that you're a hustler. And hustle is worth a lot.